Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Fashion, Beauty, and Wine. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you all how I got my holiday look. Now, since this video was scheduled to come out before the holidays and I wasn't able to do that, I'm bringing it out now and I'm showing you how I got that look. So, if you like the look that I was serving on Christmas, honey, here's how to get it. First, I'm going to start off by prepping my face with my YSL Touchy Clot Blur Primer, and this has been a favorite in the past, and I've kind of forgotten about it, but I'm glad I rediscovered it because I am loving this primer. Next, I'm going to prime my eyelid as well as underneath my eye, and I'm using the ColourPop No Filter Concealer in the color Dark 46 to cover the full area of my eye as well as underneath my eyelid. And once I get that fully covered, I'm going to let that sit for a little bit, and I'm going to go in with my ColourPop No Filter Concealer in the color Dark 44, place a little bit of that on top of the concealer that's already there, let it dry, and then go in with a dry beauty blender to buff out that area. So I have this thing where I can't apply any eyeshadow to my eye unless I have a base and I have my eyebrows done. So I took a little time out of preparing my eyes to prepare my eyebrows because without my eyebrows, I can't do my full eye look. So I'm using my ColourPop Brow Precision Pencil in the color Black Brown to fill in my eyebrows. Now I'm going to take my Beauty Bakery flour powder and set my eyes. Next, I'm going to take my Sonia Kashuk smudge brush along with my Sephora Pro Jewel Smoky palette, and I'm going to dip into the color Canvas with my smudge brush and use it to map out my crease line. Now, I want to get the line as pigmented as possible, so when that color starts to fade, I'm going to dip it back into the shade Canvas to deepen it. At this step, you really don't need to worry about blending the crease because we'll do that later, and also don't worry about making a perfect crease because we'll also clean that up later. Just focus on creating a half circle in the crease that follows the crease line. Now I'm taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette along with my ColourPop E9 brush, and I'm going to dip into the color Rustic as well as the color Canvas, and then I'm going to smudge out that crease line. So I'm taking a clean fluffy brush and I'm dipping into the color Woodland to buff out that crease area to make the color less harsh. Now I'm going to take my Sonia Kashuk concealer brush, and I really love this brush because it has a pointed tip, and I'm going to dip in the color Bronze from my Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette, and I'm going to place this right in the eyelid area. Taking my ColourPop pencil brush, I'm going to dip into the color Fairy again in the Soft Glam palette and place that color right in the inner corner of my eyelid, and I'm going to bring that around to about the middle of my eye to kind of brighten up that eyelid. Now I'm going to use my NYX matte liquid eyeliner to line my eyes, and you really want to make sure that your eyeline is going to be bold. So I'm going to draw a really bold eyeline to really give myself the illusion that I have cat eyes. Now I'm taking my Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation in the color Sandalwood CW1, and I'm just going to place that all over my face, and you know the drill. Now I'm going to take my ColourPop No Filter Concealer again in the color Deep 46, and I'm going to place that in all of my conceal areas. And then I'm going to take the ColourPop No Filter Concealer in the color Dark 44, and I'm going to place that on top of certain areas like under my eye as well as my forehead to brighten certain areas. And then I'm going to go in with my ColourPop No Filter Concealer in the color Deep Dark 58 and place that in all of my contour zones like my cheekbones, my forehead, and underneath my chin area. And I'm just gonna go and blend everything in. Now this time I'm using a wet beauty blender, and on one side I'll use it to blend out the concealer, with the other side being used to blend out the contour color. Just notice how I'm going back and forth with the beauty blender, making sure that I don't mix those two colors, because you just don't want to have light areas where the dark areas are supposed to go and vice versa. Now I'm using my flower powder to set all of the places that I concealed. Now I'm going to take my favorite contouring powder. It's a multitasking perfecting powder by Becca, and it's in the color Deep Bronze, and I'm going to use that to set all of my contour zones. Now I'm going to take my bronzer by Becca in the color Infinity Sun to blend any colors at areas where the contour and concealers have merged. I've only recently started adding this bronzing technique to my contouring routine to help give certain areas a smoother transition. Now I've noticed that in certain areas, especially areas where the contour blends in with the concealer colors, that those areas were very harsh. So in order to create a smoother transition, I found that adding a bronzer in between those two colors will help give it a more natural look. Now I'm going in with my favorite red lip color. It is from Tarte. It's a Tarteous paint, and it's in the color Cheerleader. I actually voted this color one of my favorite reds of 2017. Now I'm going to take a little bit of this Lovesick blush by Sephora and place a little bit of that on my cheekbones, and I'm going to finish this look off with my Morphe setting spray. So I really wasn't satisfied with the look at the end, and after everything was put on and everything came together, I kind of felt like the look needed a little bit more. So I went back in with my Ulta Beauty Lustrous Foil Eyeshadow in the color Rose Gold, and I placed that on the inner corner of my eyelids and swept it all the way to the center just to give it a pop. This step can be avoided, but if you really want to get a popping holiday look, I would highly recommend adding this foil shade to your eye. Now let's see the finished look.
Hold up, I am on my way, I'm in motion. Let's go to the ocean, yeah, let's go outside. We can hang out on the beach without freezing. Yeah, isn't that amazing?